If you want to send a personal true story of yours, please send it through email, unicamartin@gmail.com. Anything with poorly structured sentences and grammar will not be read, so please just make them neat and understandable. Please also state how you would like your name to be credited in a video. Enjoy the video. The wind whispered through the trees, sending shivers down my spine as I stood before the ominous structure that was St. Cackling's church. Its decrepit walls loomed over me like the arms of a malevolent giant, and the moon cast an eerie glow upon the stained glass windows that seemed to leer at me with sinister glee. I hesitated at the threshold, my heart pounding in my chest, but curiosity and a daredevil streak pushed me forward. I had heard whispers about the church for years, tales of unholy rituals and dark secrets hidden within its walls. The locals spoke of strange laughter that echoed through the night, a cacophony of manic chuckles that could send a chill down even the bravest soul's spine. Tonight, driven by a mixture of fear and excitement, I was determined to uncover the truth. As I stepped into the church, the air seemed to grow colder, and the atmosphere grew stiflingly oppressive. The flickering candlelight cast dancing shadows on the walls, and I could have sworn I heard faint whispers carried on the breeze. My footsteps echoed through the nave, the sound hollow and foreboding. Cobwebs hung like tattered curtains, and the pews were covered in a thick layer of dust. I walked deeper into the church, my flashlight illuminating the faded frescoes that adorned the walls. The images were twisted and distorted, depicting scenes of suffering and torment that sent shivers down my spine. But it was the laughter that drew me further in. It started as a soft, almost melodic chuckle that seemed to come from all directions at once. It was a sound that defied logic, an unnatural symphony of mirth that made my skin crawl. I followed the laughter, my heart racing, until I reached the door leading to the basement. The laughter seemed to grow louder, more frenzied, as I descended the creaking wooden stairs. The basement was a labyrinth of shadows, and the flickering light revealed rows of shelves lined with decaying books and strange artifacts. In the center of the room stood a pedestal, upon which rested an old, weathered book bound in cracked leather. My hands trembled as I reached for the book, and as I opened it, the laughter crescendoed into a mad cacophony that seemed to reverberate within my very bones. The pages were filled with arcane symbols and horrifying illustrations that seemed to writhe and shift before my eyes. I couldn't tear my gaze away, as though I was ensnared in some malevolent spell. And then, the laughter stopped. The silence was suffocating, broken only by the sound of my own ragged breathing. I felt a presence behind me, an icy breath on the back of my neck. Slowly I turned around, my flashlight revealing a figure cloaked in tattered robes, its face hidden in shadows. "You seek answers, child?" the figure rasped, its voice like dry leaves rustling in the wind. I nodded, unable to find my voice. The figure chuckled, a sound that seemed to come from the depths of the abyss. "Answers come at a price, my dear." Before I could respond, the figure extended its hand, revealing long, bony fingers that held a gleaming silver dagger. Panic surged through me as I realized the true horror of the situation. This was no ordinary church, no mere haunted building. St. Cackling's church was a vessel of darkness, a place where the boundaries between the mortal realm and the abyss had been torn asunder. I stumbled backward, my heart pounding in my chest as the figure advanced. Desperation lent me strength, and I turned to flee, racing back up the stairs and into the nave. The laughter echoed around me, taunting and deranged, as though the very walls were mocking my feeble escape attempt. I burst out of the church, gasping for breath, and collapsed onto the ground. The moon bathed me in its cold light, and I could still feel the presence of the figure behind me, its malevolent laughter echoing in my mind. I knew then that I had glimpsed something beyond human comprehension, a darkness that had consumed the church, and all those who had dared to enter its cursed halls. As I lay there, the echoes of laughter slowly faded, replaced by the distant sound of sirens. The authorities had been alerted by the chilling cries that had emanated from within the church. I wanted to warn them, to tell them that there was something unspeakably evil lurking within those walls, but I knew that they would never believe me. And so, as the church loomed behind me like a beacon of malevolence, I could only hope that my story would serve as a warning to others. St. Cackling's church was a place where laughter turned to madness, where shadows held secrets too horrifying to comprehend. And as I gazed at the moonlit edifice, I knew that the unholy chuckles would continue to haunt my nightmares for as long as I lived.